really isn't anything else going on, but there are there's also some other ones, but mostly injuries. Some pretty big injuries, though. First, start off with Randall receiver Puka Nakua. Sounds like could be out to at least week 9. That's not very good, especially Cooper Cup dealing with an injury right now. The wide receiver room is not very good. Let's go take a look, actually. Rams depth chart. So, yeah, with Cup and Nakua out for a little bit, their wide receivers are Demarcus Robinson, Tyler Johnson, Jordan Whitson, and Tutu Atwell. So only have 4 currently on the roster that aren't injured. And don't forget, Tyler Higbee is on the pup list to start out the season. So he did take the Rams long to tail with a ton of injuries. So yeah, it sounds like to keep it up with this trade, sounds like it could be another year from when you were defending Super Bowl championship a couple years ago. They had a ton of injuries and they were just one of the worst teams. But if that happens again, let's save a little first round pick this time. And also the Bears are placing alignment Ryan Bates on his reserve, so he's at least for 4 more games. Got injured week 1. So yeah, that sucks for Bears. Like they don't have the greatest offensive line depth. Caleb Williams has now had a lot of time so far. This just hasn't been great. So yeah. Then we have some Vikings news. Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson is day to day with quad contusion. Their outside linebacker rookie first round pick Dallas Turner is also day to day. So sounds like both of them are helpful to be back for their week 3 game against Houston. It's in Minnesota on Sunday. So we'll see. But especially with Jordan Addison probably still being out against the Texans, the Vikings really need Jefferson to be healthy. Some of those things where Fred Warner just kind of fell weird onto Jefferson's leg or something. It wasn't on purpose, obviously. It was one of those things where it just something like that happens sometimes, And then we got some Patriots news. Patriots are placing offensive tackle Chukwuma Okafor on the exempt/left squad list, and it sounds like he could retire per their head coach Jerron Mayo. Hopefully, everything's okay with his family. Hopefully, it's just he decided I'm done playing. Hopefully, it's not one of those things where something in his family caused it. But everything's okay with him. Their tackle, their left tackle, he's a fine tackle, but he wasn't great. And now it's even worse. Looks like their projected starting left tackle now is Vidarian Lowe, who had to play week 1 some because of injuries. If Vidarian Lowe, you did not want to start. He's 30 or 6 round pick. You did not want him starting. You just did not. So yeah. And then she's starting running back Isaiah Pacheco. It's a fractured fibula. He's pretty much his own going IR. Hopefully he comes back soon. We'll see. So it's probably going to be a split backfield now between Carson Steele and Samaje Perine. When Steele has shown some flashes, team likes him as a rookie UDFA. But he did have a fumble that could have been very costly. It wasn't just the main reason, but could have really cost him that game. Obviously, they still won, but still. And then Dolphins are signing quarterback Tyler Huntley off of the Ravens practice squad. So yeah, Tua's going to be out for who knows how long. Sounds like somebody a long-term injury, which I'm glad for him. He should take all the time he needs to get fully back from his concussion if he does end up still playing. It's like you don't want to rush him back with all these concussions he's had. So yeah, they signed Huntley off the Ravens practice squad. It was in first training camp and preseason. He was with the Browns, but they ended up releasing him. Then he sent back to the Ravens. Now he's on the Dolphins. He did win. He wasn't a part of a Pro Bowl a few years ago with the Ravens when Mars had a lot of injuries. And then Jets edge Jermaine Johnson is done for the year with torn Achilles. He announced it himself on social media. Sucks for him. He looked like he had a good year for them last year. They're counting on being good for them again this year. But Hassan Reddick's just probably licking his chops, watching the news, just like, the Jets just lost an edge. That now he's Jermaine Johnson's down for the year, and that gives him a good reason to want to pay me because he's missed the first 2 games. So yeah, that's a big loss. So Jets really kind of need that in Reddick. So we'll see what happens there. The Panthers QB Bryce Young is being benched for quarterback Andy Dalton. Young has been terrible so far. A little bit surprised they benched him this early, but he has not been good. Andy Dalton, he used to be a good starter. He's a fine backup, but you hope maybe Young just needs some time to watch the game from the bench and not be playing to help him out because he's been bad. Andy Dalton, Kylie, it's gonna be a little. Can't get much worse than Young has been so far, but Andy Dalton's not living out a lot better. And then Patriots linebacker Jawan Bentley, he is done for the season with a torn pec. It's a big loss for Patriots. They've been good so far this season. They beat the Bengals week one. They barely lost. They lost to Seahawks this week in overtime. So they've been good so far. That's a big loss. It's one of their starting linebackers. So yeah. Then because Niners don't already have a superstar player out with injury, they get another one. For Niners wide receiver Debo Samuel is dealing with a calf strain. He'll miss at least a couple weeks. It's a big loss for them. They already don't have CMC, Christian McCaffrey, for at least 3 more games. So yeah, it's it wasn't. They still have good offense, just without McCaffrey, just because they have so many good weapons, and the Shanahan's system always seems to have good running backs. Debo's a bigger loss. Like last year when he went out with injury, that 3-game losing streak they had last year, Debo missed all 3 of those games. That was a big part of it. So now he'll be out for at least sounds like at least for sure 1, maybe 2. And then Rams got some big Rams injuries. Rams expect to place wide receiver Cooper Kupp on injury reserve. They also could be placing safety John Johnson on injury reserve with a hairline fracture. No lineman Jones Jackson could also be placed on injury reserve with fractured scapula. Right, like I said with the Puka thing, the Rams deal with a few injuries. Just a few. So it's the ankle injury. I'd forget to put that, but yeah, that sucks for the Rams. Their season's pretty much over. They're 0-2. They're down their top 2 wide receivers. They're down one of their top best linemen. They're down one of their starting safeties. Just not looking good. Then he goes wide receiver AJ Brown. Expect to miss a couple weeks with a hamstring injury. He did miss the game that's going on right now versus the Eagles. I'm recording it as that game's going on. It's a big loss for them. See how they do. It's sorry I haven't checked on the score recently. So yeah, it's 3-0 Falcons as I'm recording this. So the Eagles have not done anything in offense so far, but it's still only halfway through the second quarter. So we'll see there. Then we also got some other Falcons. Another team from that game, injury news. Falcons are placing linebacker Nate Landman on injured reserve. This just happened before this game that's going on right now. So after this game, he's only be missing at least 3 more games. Well, he could be missing more, obviously, but at minimum, he has to miss 3 more games. And then Browns running back Pierre Strong is week to week hamstring injury. It's a big loss for them. They obviously Nick Chubb's out for at least 2 more games. Browns they looked a little better this last week, but Sean Watson didn't do that good still. So yeah. And then Broncos defensive tackle Mike McGlinchey is expected to miss at least a month with an MCL sprain. So it could be placed into reserve. Just one of those close injuries where maybe he's back early, but if he plays him into reserve, he has to miss for sure at least a month. So yeah. And then Giants kicker, nope, it could be out a few weeks. They brought in I think 3 kickers for they're bringing in to try him out. Because honestly, Cardinals they need another kicker then. Cardinals been out some injuries. It's a lot. It's the Giants. Who really cares? They're not be one of the worst teams. I don't really think it's going to matter a ton. Oh no, we don't have our kicker. That doesn't help, but still. The Lions edge rusher Ian Hutchinson is having a relatively good year so far. He has more sacks than 18 other teams with 5.5 sacks through 2 games. That's kind of good. He did have, I think, 5 sacks yesterday against the Buccaneers. So, he's been doing pretty good. And they need him. They did lose this last week, but they need him because they do not have much pass rush wise. They don't have anybody close as good as him either. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your night.